Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead. Firstly, a very happy new year. I hope you've enjoyed your festive break. We start off with the most gorgeous energy as represented in the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, aces, as I'm sure I've mentioned before, are new energies. Wands is all about creativity, entrepreneurship, motivation, excitement, what gets us fired up, the wands being ruled by fire. Another way to describe it is the Ace of Wands is like a match that is being struck in order to initiate something, to catalyze something, to get something going. The fact that we have that ace energy right in the first week of the year is glorious to see. Don't be surprised if you find yourself, Leo, really looking forward to what the year may bring, being given a renewed sense of excitement, a renewed sense of enthusiasm and motivation to press forward. Um, if there are also kind of themes, ideas, projects coming up that are new, that are fresh beginnings, I would really, really embrace those. This is perhaps not a year for you to just repeat what has come before, to maintain the status quo. Yeah, it's just the most exciting energy, particularly Leo being fire sign. The fact that we have that fire, we have that motivation, we have that creativity is great. One of the really useful questions for you for the year ahead is, what do I want to create? That could be in a literal sense, particularly if you feel that you are very creative, think of yourself as very creative. And again, that doesn't have to be anything grand. That could just be, I want to reconnect with my creativity a bit. I want to reignite that which may have been lost or may have been put on the shelf for a while. That could be simple as a hobbyist pursuit of ceramics, of painting, of paper crafting, whatever it might be. It doesn't matter. But just a way to, often when we start reigniting and reconnecting with our creative selves, it has a very, very positive implication on all areas of our lives. We feel more aligned, we feel more purposeful, we feel more excited, we feel more creative. We therefore are able to manifest, start putting our energies and efforts into other areas that we want to create. But also, that creativity doesn't have to be on such a literal sense. It could be, well, what do I want to create in a bigger sense? Do I want to create some healthy habits? Do I want to create that new business that I've been thinking on for ages? Do I want to create a new happy home? Remember that creation is making something manifest that didn't exist before. That's a really, really good question to be asking for the first week in 2025. What do I want to make manifest that isn't in my life currently? This will be a really, really good guiding light. As if that wasn't a good enough start already, we have the Strength card, ruled by Leo, ruled by the Sun. Therefore, I would very often, when the major arcana comes up in somebody's reading, so for Libra, it would be justice. For Scorpio, it would be death. But for you, Leo, it is strength. The fact that you have your own sign, own card in your sign, indicates that really develop and cultivate those attributes that are the best about Leo. That is courage, that is strength, that is leadership, that is optimism, that is leading by example, that is sociability, that is being proud. There's so many wonderful, wonderful attributes here. And to see this combination of having that motivation, having that drive, having that sense of excitement matched with the strength card. I've got the grace, I've got the perseverance, I've got the courage, I've got the leadership in order to make these things happen. It's really, really great to see. The strength card is also a little reminder of, you see that the woman is just very, very gently opening the jaws of the lion. So this isn't about trying to wrench things into submission. It isn't about going at things full throttle. It is a reminder that sometimes a gentle approach is the best approach. Sometimes that requires a little bit of a balancing act, that we're not being perhaps a little bit lackadaisical, that we're not just trying to get things at a slower pace than is necessary. But on the flip side, it's a reminder that we don't have to force things through either. We have here the Justice card, as I mentioned there too. The Justice card for me here indicates two things. One is it's the card of cause and effect. It reminds us of the universal laws that are in play in the universe and beyond. And one of those being cause and effect. One of those also being the law of attraction. There are many, many different things. That I think there's 12 universal laws. Quite interesting to explore. For me, it's a reminder of, well, what I put in, I get out. So allowing that again to be a bit of a mantra for your year ahead, for that to be a bit of a guiding light of, am I just expecting these things to happen, or am I recognizing, no, if I want these to happen, all of my actions have an effect. So if my action is effectively the law of karma, often that gets misconstrued as good things happen to good people, bad things happen to bad people, and that's not what it's about. It's about, well, if our intentions are good, they usually bring about righteous and constructive effect. Whereas if our intentions are selfish, then unsurprising, it reinforces that energy stream. A gentle reminder, therefore, that just being aware of, right, okay, am I being accountable? Are my actions being fair? Am I actually putting in enough time, energy, and effort into what I want to achieve in the long term? Or am I just slightly expecting it to happen? There is also Justice card is the Hebrew letter connected with the Justice card is Lamed, which literally translates as an ox goad. So it's the little whip that that the forefathers would use to gently drive forward the cattle. And that is a reminder that we sometimes need to drive ourselves gently forward as well. So there's a real question here about discipline, but I would include the word gentle there. This is about gentle discipline. It's not about trying to grab the bull by the horns or, as I said, bend things to our will. It is more about, are we putting in the necessary time, effort, and energy? And how are we going to keep ourselves accountable and culpable towards our goals? Again, that can often be misconstrued as an endless to-do list. Right, I've got to tick it off, tick it off, tick it off. But actually, sometimes we need to start with the foundations. Am I in the right mindset? Have I carved out enough time within my schedule? Am I being realistic about some of my goals? Am I being realistic about how much I can actually put in? This isn't about damning yourself by any means. It's actually about motivating yourself, as the Ace of Wands represents here, to go, yeah, I can do this. This is really exciting. I can't wait to see what this produces. Sometimes we get very attached to the outcome. And I suppose the Strength card and the Justice card is reminding us, actually, it's the process that we really need to put our focus onto and find our enjoyment with. Because if we're only focused on the outcome, it's more likely to lead to a sense of disappointment. That sense of new seeds, new energies coming in, is reinforced again with the Ace of Pentacles. This is such a wonderful, wonderful spread. This combination of the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles is so exciting because it shows this motivation, this excitement, this enthusiasm to get things forward coming into manifest. I believe a couple of weeks ago, I said to you, Leo, what seeds are you planting? It may very well be worth going back. I think it's 2 weeks to that video because I spoke so much about new seeds for 2025, and this theme is coming up again. And what's even better, what's even more amazing, is that we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So those seeds that you're starting to plant for this week, for the year ahead, are really going to pay dividends. It's going to become manifest. Therefore, be really mindful, really aware. That's what mindful means. Be really aware of where are you placing your energies, where are you placing your focus, where are you placing your desires. Because whatever you're focusing on this week is likely to have long-lasting implications for the year ahead. And if done correctly, very, very, I don't like using the word positive and negative, but very rewarding. That's a nice word. Very rewarding outcomes. If we find that discipline, we find that motivation, we find that excitement, and we take the necessary action. This isn't about things just magically falling into our lap, but rather if we come at things with the right mental attitude, with the right amount of energy, with the right resource, then there's absolutely nothing that can stop you this year. So very, very, very exciting to see, as I mentioned there. So well done, Leo. I think you've probably won the lottery in terms of readings this week, but we'll have to see. As ever, be sure to check out your moon sign and your rising sign for a 360 look at your week ahead and perhaps your year ahead. But until next week, I bid you lots and lots of love and blessings, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.